Blah, 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 blah. Hello, everybody. It's working. Oh, wait. I think we're good. I'm hoping I don't cough too much during this stream. My throat's been scratchy because I'm recovering from a sickness, but hopefully it'll work out. Yeah, the mic sounds good. I think we're gonna be fine. Okay, let's get into this. So it's been a while since I streamed. Let me actually check last time I did. I was wanting to do this stream sooner rather than now, because it's been about a month. It's been about a month. So I didn't even think it had been that long. It's been a while. School, work, shit like that. Whatever. I had time to stream. When I did have free time, I just chose not to, and I decided tonight, you know what, fuck it. I need to make sure I catch up on these because a new event just started. It's a prime time event, so there are new documents to unlock. So I'm going to read through all the way up to... Tonight, I'm probably only going to get through these ones. But, relatively soon, I want to get through all of them up to Sister Lilia. With Sister Lilia, she's the newest Prime asset, so we're still unlocking more lore about her. And this new event added more documents. We got more story stuff, but it basically reminded me that, oh shit, I do actually need to catch up on what's going on. So we're going to jump straight into Signala HR. Now, there is new variators. I do need to go out and collect these documents, but there are new variators. Which is the Prime, the new Prime asset event, which is sick as shit, by the way. There's some really cool cosmetics you can get out of this. But we're heading into Signala HR. This is all about Project Lathe. This is what the game is, at least how the game starts. So we're starting off with reagent surveillance. Day 28 reagent 0877 surveillance. Uneventful. Subject attended Episcopal services at St. Mark's. Attended baseball game. 2 meals taken at dinner. Trigger tests acceptable. Successfully neutralized before action. 127 suggest remote passive surveillance. Jesus Christ. So, this is just some person that exists out there. Just some random person who goes to church and who goes to baseball games. Wow. Oh no, this is Clyde Perry. Oh wait, no, hold on. Yeah, Clyde Perry. Is he talking about, okay. Now I'm curious. Is he talking about coil or is he talking about some random reagent? This says reagent. Oh, I apologize. It's a reagent. My bad. I was thinking, is this coil possibly? But no, it's a reagent. Okay. Part 1. Subject, sub. Completed and released reagent surveillance 0946. Day 6 of reagent 0946 surveillance was eventful. Subject exited apartment before dawn, walked looping path through residential neighborhood, then observed bird falling from sky or tree. Subject stepped on bird dead. Jesus. 2 fits of crying throughout day. 1 fit of uncontrollable laughter. Subject performed duties at industrial laundry to satisfaction of supervisor. Trigger 8 tested at 3 p.m. with satisfactory results. 13 tested at 9:30 with exceptional results. Note: subject heard telling coworker bird was pulled from sky with power of mind. Subject heard telling co-worker bird was pulled from sky with power line. God. Yeah, they really made some... the fact that these people are working... The fact that after they're released as reagents, these motherfuckers are just working jobs. They're just out there living like a normal... Well, quote-unquote normal life. Jesus. Is the same one, it seems. June 22nd, 59. Body weighting cleanup in Blaine neighborhood of Muncie, what is that? In Indiana? Corner of Willard and S. Lewick. Subject was observed at a Rivoli theater from a screening of Sleeping Beauty. Subject approached group of adolescents and claimed extrasensory abilities. Adolescents laughed and fled. Subject followed adolescents unobserved. Subject attempted to climb into house of youngest adolescent, 12-year-old female, at which point I intercepted and engaged subject in physical altercation. Shot subject 6 times in head and chest. Silence rounds, minimal disturbance to neighbor. Then garroted subject. Physical evidence minimal. Suggest filing as failed conditioning. Holy shit. They released a motherfucker and he went out and he was just doing crazy shit. And then it got to the point where he was breaking into a... Jesus Christ. Oh, we got reagent 0877. This was the first one, Los Alamos. Many thanks for your continued vigilance. Based on confessional intelligence from the minister at St. Mark's, reagent 0877 has become a subject of interest. Please retrieve them and report him to our office in Los Alamos. For further study, Mr. Baranzyk will be on site by July 1st to receive and process the patient. Submit cause to Signala. Please refrain from extracurricular habits. Please send additional reagents. 0877 has proven a remarkable inspiration to our paperclip guests. I don't pretend to understand the details, some confluence of our behavioral work, and this Rudolph dreams theory. I don't know what that is. Avelinos tells me it's rare for one of your test subjects to survive as long as 0877, but I hope you have others who have achieved similar levels of absences. Project funding will reflect Los Alamos' contributions. Penicillin, Jesus fuck. Have you been monitoring the paperclip work coming out of Los Alamos? Dr. Wernicke's sleep therapy lab, as extreme a euphemism as the language allows, is shown an extremely suspicious fixation on the last few reagents coming out of the Signala facility. The paperclip gang has remained secretive and condescending as ever, speaking German when they wish to hide from me their research. I have been attempting to learn the language, but I find it a revolting tongue. I have a secretary, a Hausfrau of one of our Navy boys, who eavesdrops and translates for me. She told me Wernicke said this Dr. Easterman may have made the most fruitful mistake in modern science than the creation of penicillin. Oh, shit. A provocative statement. Damn, Wernicke talking shit about Easterman. I am cautious to put too much stock in Rudolf Wernicke's words. On account of his superstition, his cynicism, his condensation of all things American, but still a provocative statement. Anything you can tell me about paperclip activities at Los Alamos would be greatly appreciated. Perhaps there are details I can share with you. We've allowed these national socialists into our military apparatus. We must be extremely vigilant lest the tail begin to wag the dog. Oliver Baranzyk. So that's the last one there. Signala HR. This is Department of Historical Refinement. Clyde Perry to Signala. Dear sirs, I regret to inform you that I may not be able to continue my work in the collections department following my injuries in connection with recent surveillance. The doctors here reconstructed my leg and skull sufficient to get me back to Murkoff facility for more effective treatment, but even in the best case scenario, I don't expect my mobility to return to its former level. I will report to the Sinyala facility at the earliest possible date for reassignment. My commitment to the Murkoff Corporation and the good work that we are doing remains unwavering. I only hope I can remain of use to the cause. What fucked him up so bad? Something fucked him up, something fierce. I still hate that I can't read the documents when they're on the bottom level. Typos. Dr. Easterman, in the course of my review of leaked Murkoff communications, it's become clear the extent of dangerous errors in internal documents. I'd suggest you encourage your staff, the ladies of the transcription department especially, to take a more careful editorial hand. I was led to believe we were engaged in science here, with caution and precision being our guiding lights. Yet our documents are rife with misspelled words, sloppily transcribed dates, and historical inaccuracies. If the carelessness continues, I'll be forced to take it up with the board. Respectfully, Perry. So Perry is almost like... because he's talking down to them. I was under the assumption that Perry was like a dog, but it seems like he's almost above them in a way. Like he has, or at least on level when it comes to their influence and their power here. Because he has the ability to contact the board, which are the only thing allowing for this thing to exist to begin with. They're the ones that like give the go-ahead on like, sure, you could do all this shit. We'll leave it up to you. So if Clyde Perry is able to actually put a word in and it mean anything, that's pretty sick. Here's from Easterman. Sorry, my throat is still just fucked. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of these. I'm holding back a lot. Mr. Perry, respectfully cease from bothering me with your perverse fixation on spelling and accuracy. I am not some librarian or county clerk fixing dates and events for an insane bureaucracy. I am in the business of discovery. The past is fungible. Only the future is set. DBNR. And then a leak. This is between Perry and Avelinos. That way I don't have to say the name every time. How many? Dozens, maybe hundreds. Internal documents? Yes. Memos, letters, transcriptions, even some photographs. Inside the trial environments. Inaudible. This is a fucking disaster. It's controllable. What a bag of cats. Fuck me. How is this possible? When you're operating on the bleeding edge of research, there's bound to be a little spillage. Is he British? Is Avelinos British? Should I be speaking with a slight British accent? But this would mean we have a rat. Most likely, yes. Or a member of staff succumbing to the pressure. Like the, what's Easterman calling them? Pushers? Correct. Shit. The pushers. Pushers were the... Yeah. Okay. I'm concerned. I'm not worried. The trials are sealed environments for reagents who will eventually be released into the world. The reagents are pumped so full of amnetics that any memory inside the trial is going to be deeply subconscious. Still. And nobody reads anything. Reading is boring. Still. Yes, still. We have a rat. Perry. And even on a subconscious level, we can't have internal Murkoff business getting out. So we're proposing a new initiative. I want you on board. We're calling it the Department of Historic Refinement. Refinement. That was more like Australian, wasn't it? That was a little more... My English always gets mixed in with Australian. I always lean more towards Australian, because Australian, for whatever reason, comes more naturally to me. I don't know, for whatever reason, I have no idea. For whatever reason, I just always gravitate to Australian. It's slightly different. It is a little different. I would have 3 directives in descending order of urgency. 1, discover the source of the leak. How these documents are being scattered into the trial environments. 2, removal of documents from the trial environments. And 3, and this is a long-term priority of her historic refinement, the suppression of any leaked information and decimation of tenant information to corrupt and confuse an anti-Murkoff narrative. I need people. You'll have what we can spare. I'm still on these crutches for at least another month, which is why we're not giving you the job of errand boy. Jesus Christ, you'll have people. When do I start? Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? Tackle? Is he gonna tackle anybody? This is between Noakes and Perry. I don't know who. I don't think I probably know who Noakes is. I'm just not Cornelius. Yeah, I definitely know. He's a member of the board, isn't he? I only got here in 58. I'm asking about September. I don't got a calendar, man. Your best guess? How about you just ask me what it is you want to ask me? We found leaked case files for every classification of XPOP except one. Top secret material stolen, copied, and left where reagents could find them. In the trials, that's case files for every archetype except one, the Night Hunter. So I checked the register, and in September of 58, you had checked out all the files on the Night Hunter. Shit, man. I'm keeping my head down and doing my job. That's it. I pulled those Night Hunter specs because these night vision goggles are slapped together with duct tape and chewing gum. I'll take any help I can get, keeping them running. I don't know shit about files going missing. I'm serious. Take that shit elsewhere. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, you're about the only one I don't suspect of being the leak. Thought maybe you'd notice something suspect. Suspect? I ain't trusted a single thing I seen here since day fucking one. Good. Footstep movement. Hey, man. You know what day it is? Sure. It's Thanksgiving. 1959. Hope you're having a happy one. Oh. Jesus. Possible weeping? Oh, boo-hoo. I'm doing all this evil shit and I don't get to go to Thanksgiving. Oh, I don't get to have Thanksgiving? Oh, boo-hoo. I think that was it for that page. Jesus Christ. Although these ones are shorter except for this one. This is... Oh, wait, no, we just read this one. Okay, no, the rest of these are short. All right. Escalation therapy, shuffle switching system. This is from Easterman to the board. Dear Sirs, you'll find attached the budget report for construction of the Inner Trial Environment Shuttle switching system. This will be the sole construction cost for a newly implemented escalation therapy program. As reagents adapt to the therapy, we've noticed a diminishing return of trauma on our cause of abuse. I've developed escalation therapy as a method of compounding the effects of dismantling their psyches, adopting a war of attrition approach. As you can see, the additional costs to infrastructure are minimal. I understand Moses Scarfiotti has expressed some doubts about the security of the shuttle switching system, but I see this purely as covering his ass, as he designed and engineered the actual system, and any responsibility for security shortfalls should fall squarely on his shoulders. You know, one thing I notice is that Easterman is a lot less professional, like significantly less professional. He's just a genius. He's just a creative mastermind, and that's what puts him into this position. But he is not professional. Like Clyde Perry is kind of the exact opposite. He's purely professional. He's like, look, we got to get these documents correct to the letter. Like, everything needs to be perfect. But Easterman's like, nah, fuck that shit. It doesn't change what I'm doing. You know, so I kind of like that. Escalation, Private Journal of Easterman. The constant threat and demands for result are exhausting. How many more times must I prove myself? Variation costs outside clinical trials are not insignificant, but the board has to understand that science is never static. We have to be evolving with the reagents. There may be a method of short-term escalation, chaining trials in series, compounding totemic suggestion. Speaking to a colleague in the observation room today, I saw corona of snakes surrounding his head every time I blinked. So corona. I don't know what that word is. Who will doctor the doctor? I need to relax. Not long before Christmas. Blow off a little steam. I could use a party. God. Can you imagine, like, the fact that these people probably do actually have, like, dinner parties? They probably have dinner parties. I'm sure they're rare because they're busy with this, but God. Human resources. Oh boy. Collection setbacks. Correspondence of Bradley and Nisley. Mr. Nisley, please find attached. Sorry. It's in the evenings when it gets worse. Please find attached a budget proposal for cooperation between Mount Massive and the Signala facility in sourcing subject for Project Lathe. We've had some setbacks in our collections department, coinciding with an operational reconstructing. Please contact me at your earliest convenience to discuss a joint human resources initiative between Mount Massive and Signala facility. Transcriber's notes. Handwritten poor script. Silas. I'm sure you heard about Clyde Perry, R.I.P. The other rumors about Signala are all greatly exaggerated. We need bodies and we need Judas goats and we've got agency money to spend. Call me. Oh, this was a recent one. Oh, this is a new one because this happened right around when Clyde Perry died. Amelia killed his ass in the comics. It was pretty sick. I need to read the first few comics. I haven't read them. I've only read the I've read the Lilia one and I've read the Amelia one. Behavioral markers. I really hope that they actually get those comics. So I would buy the series. I love this game so much, and I love the comics. Having them physically would be so sick. Behavioral markers. I encourage people to read them. They're creepy as fuck. They're awful, and they're amazing. This is Bradley to Silas again. Oh wait, no, this is to Bradley from Silas. This is a response. I am very curious what you've been up to at Signala. My department was tasked with supplying support for a Dr. Wernicke's travels to Haiti following his time visiting your program with a provocation degree of secrecy. Maybe I can arrange for a reason to visit Signala if I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. Dr. Newhouse agrees that an exchange of patients could be a worthwhile endeavor. Our most violent patients are kept chemically restrained at a near catatonic base level, but we will selectively reduce dosage in order to test for the behavioral markers you noted. Please see the attached roster of candidates. One young lady has a bit of experience with Dr. Wernicke I believe you may find interesting. Don't hesitate to contact me with any questions. We have 11 documents to get through. I gotta believe in myself. This is between Easterman and Silas again. So this is all newer documents here. Easterman, this is all of them? For now, these 5 patients best represent the metric your colleague Miss Avellino shared. Is she going to be joining us? I really thought she would. Easterman. Reviewing and selecting prime assets is my concern. The therapy requires a precise balance. I was so looking forward to meeting her. Do you know how much her situation outside of work? Mr. Nisley. I'm sorry, you remind me of someone. Something around the eyes, Mr. Kinsley. This patient here. Ah, yes, she is something. Quite provocative. Everything about her story is marked as reported. The siege of Leningrad, the business in the forest. You couldn't confirm any of these details? She's rather difficult to interview. Obviously. Perhaps it would be easier with a little Russian or French. Is this the same conversation? It appears to be. She's rather difficult to interview. Yep. Most of what she says is the other material. These historical details are coming from her victim. I guess we would call them acolyte. Investor, from the sound of it. I guess that's right. Whatever the case, he was physically compromised by the time our agency friends found him. They scooped up what they could, but they never did find all the pieces. Pretty horrible. Can you tell me more about that? All the details? Just what's in the file. I'd be more comfortable with a little more space between us. Oh God. Tell me about her tongue. Excuse me? I'm not comfortable with this. Have you heard any of it yourself? Mister, hey. I'm gonna need you to keep your hands to yourself. You seem upset. Is there anything I can do to help you relax? What the fuck is Easterman doing? You were telling me about her tongue? Our doctors have examined her thoroughly. There were some irregularities. It's in the file. The absent lingual frenulum. The gastrostage. What? The gastrosteg. Dude, that's a harsh word. I don't like that word. Gastrostige, pattern of musculature along the body of the tongue. Yes, yeah, all that. Curious, but not a concrete sign of anything I'd call miraculous. She's a provocative specimen. Please, Dr. Easterman, I'm still here. Bring her. Bring her to Senyala. There may be considerable expenses. Transporting her is going to involve a whole lot of caution and security. Is he feeling her up? She's a provocative specimen, inaudible, and then, please, Dr. Easterman, I'm still here. He's doing something with her that's... Because this is Lilia. He's doing something with her that's like... Not nice to be around someone when they're doing it. Yikes. Dr. Eastman's fucking crazy. He's intimidating this guy by like pushing him against a wall, pretty much. Like getting right up in his fucking face. And he's obsessed with Lilia. He's obsessed with this tongue story. Bizarre millionaire suicide. Zermatt, Switzerland. Reclusive and eccentric millionaire Jacques Treguet, dude, I can't do French. I can try to do French. I can't do it, though. Jacques was announced dead on Sunday after police were notified by an anonymous caller. They parlayed an inherited fortune into an incredibly profitable shipping empire in the decades following the Second World War. A socialite and playboy, he was known for his lavish parties and passion for travel and big game hunting, until all but vanished from the public eye in recent years. Relatives said Jacques was getting in touch with his spiritual side. Though details are scant, police issued a statement saying they died by his own hand. Early reports said Treguet's body has been mutilated almost beyond the point of recognition, unable to determine if the injuries were acquired before or after. Though subsequent details have cast doubt on the story, the state of the fortune is unknown, appearing to have been much diminished in the recent years through a combination of mismanagement of apparent donations to continued on page 7. There's no page 7. Oh, we're coming up on real recent stuff here. This seems to be Crest Twin stuff. Let me make sure the audio is still working. Yeah, audio seems to still be working. Okay. This is between Lawler and Avellino. I'm still going to bat for you. You have to understand that. Who gets more results than us? The Gary Powers fuck up. Fuck up is gonna weigh on the wrong side of the ledger until he's out. So, wait, hold on. Sorry about that. So what do you want outside of a martini? I'm having one. I shouldn't. Said the man who would. Remind the brass of everything we added to the Cuban thing. We shaped that specifically for your operation with Lupara. Cuba's heating up. Alan wants to move on Cuba, and quickly. We're not feeling good about Dick. Anything you could do to help? Hey, easy. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. Geez, Alice. I never know with you. Do I? Do I? Sorry. Tell me how you can help with Dick. We need to get Jack off the air. You watch the debate? Good-looking kid. That good-looking kid, that Kennedy. Too good-looking by half. Made Nixon look like a shaved dachshund. We can help with that. TV's the future. Of politics. Of everything. Let me put together a proposal for you. What kind of proposal? Here's another. Muffled laughter. Oh, I see. More drinks. TV proposal. This was a couple days after. Between Avellino and Scarfiotti. Easterman was right. The agency brought the television proposal. Infuriating. The board loves this. 10 years ago, 10% of Americans own televisions. You know what it is now? 90. Right. It's a direct route into the minds of America. Whatever his faults may be, he seems to have his finger on the pulse of this century. He's already written up some proposals. TV puppets 1 of 2. Scarfiotti and Easterman. I thought it would have been Gooseberry. She had a TV studio. Too obvious. We know the effect Phyllis had on her audience. Have you been watching this Kennedy character? Very charismatic. No, loud noise, fist on table. He's handsome. He's a good speaker, but he's hollow. What you're seeing is charisma. As charisma is just the fact that he's on television. Avellino said she's seen him in person and he's not nearly so striking. He says he seems uncomfortable, addicted to pain pills, macrocephalitic product of Catholicism's limited gene pool. But put him on television and he's a sensitive, driven. He seems to be looking into your soul. But he's just looking at his own reflection in a camera lens. That's still a sort of charisma. But the charisma of a beautiful puppet, made puppet. Think of it this way. If you put Hitler on TV, you get televised Hitler. And a Hitler is not nothing. You can control half a country with a Hitler. But if you are the man behind the curtain, if you can take 2 empty puppets and put them on television and make them charismatic, you can create Hitler and anti-Hitler. And then you've got control of the whole damn circus. Easterman's sick as fuck. This is the same conversation, I think. Yep. If you can take 2 empty puppets and put them on television and make them charismatic, you can create Hitler and anti-Hitler, blah, blah, blah. All you're talking about is actors. Getting actors elected to political position seems unlikely. Will Rogers? That's California, a land of fruits and nuts, shuffling of papers. These stages we are proposing. Studios for different television programs. We create our star and we move our audience from news to entertainment to opinion. If they believe the news is objective fact, then they'll believe that opinion, presented by the same trustworthy man, is also objective. I knew even you would get it eventually. Yeah, this is when they were proposing the studio map. This is pretty recent. A couple months ago. Between Avellino's and Berenzeck. I know how long it'll take to be public. I don't know how long, but we can trust it. My agency contact just told me yesterday, Lumumba's dead. Is there a corpse? No, I don't think they're gonna find one. Don't tell me Ike got his river of crocodiles. No, acid. Hammers for the bones. According to my guy, Bulls has to be thrilled. And we invoiced? Full payment at start of work per contract. Thank God, considering we had to hear about it through the agency. I can't guarantee that this was done by one of ours. Can we take credit? It's the beauty of our process. A system so secret even the assassin doesn't know what he's done. The check's cleared anyway. We should make hay while the sun is shining. How many more contracts can we get assigned on the beard? It's in the works. Viva Cuba Libre. If Alan can afford it. Alan won't be a problem if this Kennedy kid doesn't fuck things up. Kennedy comes from money. He went to the right schools. He'll know how to kiss the ring. Kennedy was president for what, 2 years? Wasn't he? He didn't, I mean, obviously he didn't serve a full presidency, but I don't even know if it was half of one. Kennedy presidency. Uh, 63. So yeah, 2 years. Yeah, he's president for 2 years. Oh no, wait, hold on. It was January, almost 3. Close to 3. It was, yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, he got killed. You know, he served a decent presidency at that point. So in game, if this game is still going for another 2 years, I don't know if it will. We'll see. I feel like it will be. It's been going pretty well. I just don't know like how far they're going to take it by 2 years from now. But if they are still like updating it and still adding documents by then, I wonder how the story is going to navigate the presidential assassination, because that was a big one, and I'm curious what their takes are going to be. And you know, they got to be careful about historical accuracies, I guess. Even though it is fiction, though, but you know, it's assassination. Come on, buddy. Come on. The cat wants inside. Let's see how many more documents we have. We only have 7. We can get through these 7, I think. We can get through these 7 for sure. This is working from when the game came out into only a year after it came out. So this is the first like year of the game's existence pretty much here. This is Reagent 1616. Oh, I know what this is. I think I know what this is. I could be wrong. Alright. Completed and released Reagent Surveillance 1616. Day 11 of Reagent 1616 Surveillance. Subject fired from shoe department of store after groping customer. Later observed in heightened emotional state. Trigger test at 4 p.m. with exceptional results. Successfully neutralized before anybody hurt. Yep. They caught him when they were in a desperate situation and isolated. Pressing fuck. Imagine like getting fired from your job and then having an emotional outbreak after what you just did, and like just kind of swallowing how fucked up your situation is, only for you to get kidnapped and put into the fucking Senyalis facility. Holy shit. That'd be awful. Subject displaying lapses in memory and sporadic bouts of near catatonic behavior, possible side effect of triggered amnesia. Subject observed inebriated, pissed on steps of Presbyterian church. Weather cleared at nightfall, and subject was observed wandering town, placing coins, blades, tools, and other metal objects against eye and in mouth. Subject turns... Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Turns slow circles and stops facing west-northwest. from 4 different locations. Subject always stopped facing west-northwest. I estimate heading about 3:15 in all cases. Curious behavior. Albuquerque. 1616 sells unwanted possessions and boards bus to Albuquerque, New Mexico. God, I need to get through these. My cat is now sitting on my lap, and it's making me harder. It's making it harder to breathe. Sweetheart, can you please not do that? Oh my God. Okay. Clyde Perry, day 14 of Reagent 1616. Subject applies for job at 2 shoe stores and 1 photography studio. Has an abiding interest in the ladies. Memory lapses still common. Age, work history, and personal details inconsistent across applications. Eats copious lunch in Mexican-style cantina, a secure subtle point of observation nearby. 1616 prepositions women of loose character and displays surprising charisma, despite looking like an overboiled sausage. Subject recorded discussing metal fascination, transcription in separate message. Reagent 1616 and loose women enter hotel room. Sexual intercourse likely. Trigger test shows exceptional and immediate result. This cat is Jesus Christ, my guy. Lethal outcome before neutralization possible. Cleanup required. Trigger test shows exceptional and immediate results. Oh my God. I just realized that this wasn't someone that's observing to become a reagent. This is a reagent that they had released. And they were doing a test run to see if he would fucking... Watching the process of producing a fucking... Sorry, bro. There. My God. He is being a real brat tonight. Cleanup required. So yeah, their test run was just on some random woman at a bar. That's crazy. Kitty, why are you doing this? He's like scratching me because he wants me to fucking... What's wrong with you, bro? You got issues. You got issues. Okay. Next one. Built for comfort. This is between 1616 and a woman. Just about the nicest place I've been since I got out of the hospital. It's comfortable enough, I guess. Which fits me just about perfect. You may have noticed I'm built more for comfort than for speed. Woman laughs. Why, I'd bet it would take about 5 of you to make one of me. To make one of you? Well, if you were on the make, can I ask, what are these made of? They're just some old bracelets this boy gave me, but he don't really matter. I'm not concerned about other boys. I'm willing to bet that bracelet is at least part steel. And if I could borrow it, I'll show you something quite extraordinary. Don't you run off with it now. Observe. The metal acts as a kind of antenna. I hold it here, I close my eyes, and I turn, and I can feel it pull, like I was a human compass. I turn, and upon every circuit, I feel the tug, always in this direction. What direction is that? Just about west, I guess. So what, you think you're a compass? I truly do not know. Don't compasses point north? Not this one. It's like there's something to the west I gotta see. Like the Grand Canyon or Hollywood? I truly do not know. But I believe a man, especially of my enamorous appetites, woman laughs, ought to follow the things that tug at him. Is there something tugging at you now, Sullivan, please. And something's tugging at me awful hard. God, what? They got a rizzer, huh? This is the day after. Subject has no memory of yesterday's excitement. Subject continues odd behavior with metal objects, pretending to be a human compass. He holds the metal to his eye or mouth and turns circles, then then ends heading west, more directly west now, calling it 290 degrees. On a hunch, I used a map and traced the heading from Subject 1616's human compass headings with their starting point at Fort Worth and Albuquerque. Lines converge within 40 miles of Señala facility. Possible subject is picking up some kind of signal. Please advise. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that he actually was, like, reading something. Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, now we got Ghost of Outlast Future. Myasis. This is between Barry and Easterman. This was months ago in Los Alamos. I didn't take notes. You said there was myiasis? Sorry? Myiasis. Maggots in the wound. Yeah, you could see him in there. Even though the old German seems to think they were something else. As in? No idea. Best as I can remember, Wernicke's prescription, as always, was drugs and torture. 0877, somehow, thought that was a great idea and even started treating the conversation like a negotiation. He's practicing in his own therapy. Or those maggots got in his brain. Last thing I need. Your nose is bleeding again. God damn, half a Nazi taking my ideas. Unintelligible. Half a Nazi taking my ideas. Oh, is it because he's... Yeah, it's because he's in a wheelchair. That's funny. Heading removed. Please advise all appropriate Project Lathe personnel that former reagent 0877 will be observing trials the week of February 15. 0877 remains a budgetary and security concern of Los Alamos, and appropriate personnel will be in escort. Eccentricities of behavior and hygiene are to be expected, but should not be taken for cause of alarm. Well, there you go. Next time we read, we're going to be getting into Lipara, so we're going to be getting into all the Bambino stuff. Wait, origin of characters important to the future of the Murkoff Corp? What would the characters be then? It would be Reagent 1616 and Employee 0877. Trying to... Wait, my SS is after... 0877. Is he... Wait, is that... Wernicke? It's an employee. He's talking about Wernicke here. I don't know who the fuck this is supposed to be. It says important for the future of the Murkoff Corporation. Well, yeah, one of them was Wernicke, but I don't know what the other one was. 0877. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Yep. All right. Lupara, and then we got all the Amelia stuff. Then we got Minotaur. We got the new shit. I'll probably run the new MK challenges relatively soon. Probably pick up those last documents. Anyways, for the time being, I appreciate anybody who stopped by to watch. And I hope that you have what we call in the business a good night. Or day. Or whatever the fuck it is. Goodbye.